Sizing down. So I'm doing the opposite of what I did last week. I sized up. But I took some losses last week that were big losses. And I accepted those losses knowing that I had sized up. But starting this week, having those two big loss days last week, I just kind of was looking for a reset and being able to come in, get a couple base hits, get that confidence and that conviction back again and move forward into the rest of the week. So it's only Monday. I got to remind myself there's still 4 more days to trade. There's still a whole day to trade. So just not, use all my ammunition up on the first trade or the beginning of the first New York session of the week. And I ended up having a great day. It wasn't huge P&L, but just solid trades, solid trade management. And that's exactly what I'm looking for when I'm trading. So a great day. And then on top of that, we got some big news from Top One Futures. They dropped a new account type. It's called a straight to funded pro account. And basically, you're able to copy trade 7 accounts. Yeah, that's right. 7 instant funded accounts copy traded all at once. The only drawback is, and I wouldn't even consider it a drawback, it's just a rule they have in place to be able to copy trade this many accounts, is it has a trailing drawdown. And for those who are familiar trading with Apex, they'll know what a trailing drawdown is, they'll know how to trade it. If you're not, it's something I would advise you look into. Maybe I'll find a video, I can just shoot me a message, I'll send you something over that talks about trailing drawdown and whatnot and how it works. But other than that, I think copy trading 7 accounts is insane. And right now, if you use the code TRB, they're 55% off. And I think it works out to $164 for a straight to funded 50K account. That's even better than Apex by the time you pay for your eval fee at 80% off and you pay the activation fee on the PA account. You're going to be paying less money coming to Top One Futures, buying a 50K straight to funded, having that trailing drawdown. So insane price. Code TRB. One more thing, you're going to be able to get 7 accounts until June 18th. After June 18th, I think they're going to reel it back to 5 accounts and see how it goes from there, but you might not ever be able to trade 7 accounts again. So get it while you can. One more thing also, you cannot copy trade the 7 pro accounts with any other Top One Futures accounts you have. So you can have 10 accounts total, 3 straight to funded, 3 evals, and your 7, if you do 7 pro accounts in your 7 accounts, you just can't copy trade all 10 in one basket. So you'd have to copy trade 7, those together, and then the other 3 you could copy trade separately together. So any questions, again, reach out to me. Let's get into what I was seeing at the desk when I got to the morning and go from there. So coming to the desk this morning, we finally had this price action and we finally seemed like we were starting to take some levels here. And let's just pull this up a little bit more here and just go back a little bit. And you can see we made this higher low here last week. Price pushed up higher. We had these nice moves on Friday into the end of the week. And we took out now this previous day's point of control and previous day's value area high and previous day's value area low. I have a naked point of control down here. When I put this up last night, price was sitting below the daily VWAP, so I could have seen a move down to here as we were below the previous day's value area low. But London session opened and the buyer stepped right back in. We took the previous day's point of control and now we're chopping in between previous day's point of control and previous day's value area. Again, when we get to price like this, I would like to see something maybe back down to this daily VWAP and up, but I'm leaning bullish right now. Like I said, we have to take this previous day value area low, which is sitting at 6,000 now. Crucial number. I need to see the 6,000s get taken with some strength. I could be looking for shorts, but in the meantime, I'm looking even off of the 6,000s and back up again. I could see a move like that, or I could see it just chopping in here and back up again. It was also a European bank holiday today, so something to take into consideration. The volume might be slow, but let's see. I took 2 trades. We'll get into the trades, and we'll go from there and have a look at the calendar. So here's my first trade. New York open, price immediately pulls down. What did I say? It found the 6,000s. It found support here, the 6,000s, previous day value area low. And as you can see, price pushed higher from there. And as soon as we take the New York VWAP and we hold it and we take previous day's New York VWAP, I decide to get in long. I got my stop down here at the opening range low. I learned my lesson last time by having my stop too tight and not letting this trade play out. I know buying mid-range, I need to have my stop below the opening range low if I want to let this idea play out. So what do I have to do? I have to size accordingly. And I came into this week telling myself, hey, let's size down a bit. Just get comfortable having a bigger stop and having that much risk on. So what did I do? I had a 10-point stop or 11-point stop and I had 10 micros on. So it's about $500 worth of risk. I'm good with that all day long. Even less, actually. I think it was like $450 worth of risk. I'm good with that. I'm comfortable with that. That gives me 2 to 3 trades. You know, 2 losers at that level to get what I need, and be done for the day. And so I'm good with that. So it's something I worked on today, and it really helped me manage my trades well. The only issue I had is when we got into profit and we chopped around here this previous day's point of control in the opening range high, I struggled for a few moments to take profits. Because I had 10 micros and not 20, I was only going to be taking, you know, up here I was taking about 250 profit. And so it's just kind of like I wanted a little more. This is me getting greedy. But again, thanks to being on stream, ASFX, with Austin and Evan, I was on stream with them today. You know, Austin and Evan both explained it. Just, it's a Monday. Take what you can get. Be good. End the day green. Like, don't stress out about it. Another trade will present. Get out now. Look for something later. It's exactly what I did. So I got out 175. And price did push higher. It would have hit my TP, but it is what it is. This is trading. I got to be okay, and I got to be content with what I got. I'm out. I'm good. I'm up 175 in each account, so that's 350. Yeah, 350 across 2 accounts. And I'm okay with that. And then I decide to take another trade, which is my second trade. And this is what Evan and Austin were both saying. Like, just take your profits. As you can see, price pulled all the way back down below my entry. Who knows? I would have cut it short or took a smaller loss or something on it. Who knows? But it pulled all the way back after taking this price here. So we get to find support at previous day's New York VWAP and the daily VWAP, and price just kind of, you know, supports it nicely there. We get a push higher. We get a high day VWAP break. I decide to get long again. I got my stop down at the opening range low, but I know now if this low comes back and gets taken out, that's okay. I could see these lows getting swept. Even this one maybe, but here's where I would look to react to want to maybe get out of the trade and not take a full loss. But again, I have the previous day's value area low and 6,000 sitting there. So just strong levels of support if need be. And again, price pushes higher, rejects up the point of control, finds the New York and the daily VWAP and, you know, chops around here. Find some support at the high day VWAP. We get a move higher. As soon as we come up into the opening range high, we reject off it. Same idea, chops around, but as soon as we take the opening range high, I take half of the trade off. I lock my stop at break even. I'm up on the first trade. I'm going to end this trade green. I don't need to get greedy. So just, again, like I said, base hits. Sometimes the base hits are super important. And price pushes higher, and these 60-20s were a level I've been watching all morning. Here you can see they got pinned to there but not taken. So what did I do? As we get 3 candles printing at the 620, I get a little bit nervous and say, you know what, I'm done. I close the trade. I'm up 256 in each account, so I'm up another $500 on the day. So I'm ending the day up $800 across 2 accounts. I'm okay with it. What happens next? This is how you learn to really manage trades and be okay and content with things. The next candle literally prints and we take the 20s. As soon as those 20s get taken, we get a push up to 25. 25 was a target of mine in my mind, but I had to be okay with closing here because easily on these 20s, if these orders didn't get filled, we could have seen price pull right back down. So again, I can't be upset about stuff like this. This is trading. This is how it goes. You know, I'm up $800 on the day. I had 2 trades. I was done. Great. That's all I can ask for. I can't ask for anything more than that. I had some calls I needed to get on and some people I needed to talk to, so I was good. That's how I want to trade. Coming and looking at the month. We already know how last week went, but let's just have another look. I'm down almost 5K on the week. Starting this week, I'm up. Look at like this day. So now let's just keep it easy, take it easy. Let's just try and stack some wins this week and try and bring some of this back. You know, if I trust my process and I stay true to everything, it will work out. I just need to be confident, need to have conviction, and I need to trust my process. Saying that, top 1 futures, I'm going to start probably tomorrow trading 7 accounts of those 50Ks. I think it's a great value. It's a great buy. I know the trailing drawdown is really tough to get your head around, but you're going to watch me trade these and you're going to see how it works out. Maybe you're going to say after the fact, I want to do this or I'm not, but I will take the leap of faith. I will trade these accounts. I will give them a go. I think on the 7 accounts, 50Ks, you can get a payout of 17,500 if you copy traded all of them and they all hit at the same time. So that's a number I'm looking at. I'll document it more and more as I get into the accounts and as we trade them. And like I said, if you're in the market for an account, 55% off right now. The code TRB. If you're not in the market for that specific account but want to buy something with Top 1 Futures, my code right now is 55% off of anything on the site. So yeah, check it out. Get something if you need it. If you don't, you don't. Thank you for being here. Click, subscribe, comment. Always feedback. I love it. I appreciate you guys, and I'm grateful for you guys all being around. So enjoy the day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.